Chapter 1180 just dropped. You know what that means. Got to get into it, review it, break it down. Let's see what Oda's cooking up. Chapter 1180 is titled Omen, and our cover page is Vegapunk giving Zeus the ability to rain candy. And of course, Chopper's now at the bottom, just loving it. This is his dream scenario. How Vegapunk was able to make Zeus do this, I would like to know, but yeah, it's for the SBS, I guess. Page 1, we pick up right where we left off. The Emu reveal, and this time it is a much cleaner, full body pose, and they look sick. He looks sick. It's just the tail, the Elbaph kind of skulls going across, the cloak, the tats, the flowing hair, the horns. It's all magnificent. The hockey cloud with the eyes on it. The surrounding giants are questioning who just showed up, who's causing this ruckus right after we just finished cleaning up another one. And Emu has some questions of their own, like who is the king of this country? And Dory and Brogy reply that there is no king, and who are you? Summers notices Emu's presence, and immediately after calling out, Emu dashes over Gerd, who was holding Summers in the last chapter, playing with him like a magnet, gets 4 of her fingers just immediately chopped off, just speed blitzed, and she's looking down like, what just happened? We see Zoro, blades now drawn, loading up an attack, and he asks Emu if they're another one of the Holy Knights. Unfortunately not. Hiruden also goes to line up an attack, but Stanson knows Emu's dangerous. He knows Ball, and kicks Hiruden out of the way, and thankfully he did, because Emu sends a slash right at Hiruden, and what would have hit definitely would have taken off one of his arms probably. Stanson, luckily with the kick, unluckily for him, loses his leg in the process, so go ahead and load up another Saul peg leg for him. Whoever builds the peg legs in Elbaph they got another one to make. Chopper is in shock. He just finished patching everybody up almost, and already some more injuries, of course. Brogy tells everybody to get away from him, like, just get out. Do not engage. This motherfucker is for real. Zoro, of course, does not care because he's Zoro, and he's now still loading up an attack, has all 3 swords, and rips a Purgatory Onigiri. But right when it's about to hit Emu, they come in with the tail, intercept it, easy little block there. And then we see Emu pull up a new named attack called Omen, of course, the name of the chapter, so this is probably like the primary attack. Right in Zoro's face, just, it's kind of hollow purplish, but it's only with 1 finger instead of the 2. So yeah, it's kind of like this, and then a mark comes out of his hand, and yeah, it looks like the abyss kind of flames, like the flames that appeared when Emu first arrived, and just, yeah, right in Zoro's face, just blasted back at point blank range. So we'll see. Hopefully he's not too badly injured, but I think he's going to be down for the count for a while. Hiruden trying to back up Zoro's, coming in with an axe swing of his own, not named or anything, no Gungnir or anything wild, but yeah, Emu absolutely no diffs Hiruden as well. The same attack, just Omen, and this time it's actually a different hand motion. It's still this, but then they take their hand like this as well and kind of cup the flame, and out appears like it's kind of like Moria's brickbats almost, but it's more of like a sinister form. It's something different. He's completely engulfed in the explosion, so both him and Zoro are now down for the count. Now, another little interesting thing about Omen we see here in the next panel is it looks like Emu is actually able to transfer what seemed to be the Hagoromo, or like the hockey cloud, is now looking like more of like I don't know how to describe it, but like a circle that's floating behind Emu's back, and you can also it's like kind of like Naruto's chakra cloak almost, where it seems like he's able to give that same thing to anyone who's under the contract, I would assume. So he gives us the summers. They evacuate Zoro and all the other injured members of that party as Imu's getting ready to head out. And we see big, giant black wings. I mean, I assume it's black. Who knows with Oda and his colors. But big, massive wings out of... It could be coming out of the cloak. Like, this part of the cloak is still on Imu, but we can't see the back. So I'm wondering if it sprouted from the cloak, or if this is its own, like they're hiding their wings under the cloak. But I don't know. They're massive wings, so part of me kind of thinks that the cloak can transform into wings. Imu gets a glimpse of the ice block that Ragnar put Gunko in, and kind of an interesting sequence here. The sword, or the staff that Imu, whatever weapon this is called, that Imu is wielding, the cloud part, he swings down or swings through, and that cloud part switches itself into more of like a Wukong staff, like a blunt end, but out of that end shoots another one of those brickbat looking demon spawn balls that they just shot at Hyruden. So main theory probably is that that weapon has a devil fruit as well. I think that's the leading theory. It would be the easiest explanation. We do not see if the ice block is actually melted or not. I would assume so. It's Imu. I feel like we got that line last chapter of, oh, nobody can break the ice except for Ragnar. Like, only Ragnar can control when that person is freed. I feel like that was made just so when Imu does it, it's like, ah, yeah, that's how strong they are. Is something that should only be able to be broke by Ragnar. Imu can also easily bypass. We see a quick little glimpse of Gabon, who is wondering what's happening, whose hockey is this. Never felt this kind of hockey, not even at God Valley. We bounce over to the Walrus School, where everybody's like, oh, it's all burnt, but they're like, hey, at least it's not frozen. You know, it beats eating that frozen food, having to gnaw on that until it gets edible. We shift to Luffy and Loki, who are just eating food as quick as possible, just going full Matt Stoney to get back in this fight. We cut over to the Straw Hats, the Nami, Jinbei, Brook, Usopp group. Also Frankie, can't forget the GOAT. They're also mentioning how just intimidating this hockey is, which just makes me more amped and hyped for what it's going to sound like in the anime. It's got to have some crazy... The best hockey sound we've ever heard. Over with Sanji, Killingham also gets the Omen, and Sanji is pissed. He's like, hey, who the hell are you? Why are you freeing my prisoner? And Imu is now on the ground and has a giant ring around them like a fucking Souls game boss. It's absurd. Sanji fires up what I assume would be an Ifrit Janbei at this point. He's got to be going all out. And goes to kick Imu. And Imu just sticks their foot out, blocks that shit, spins around, also has Sanji off guard, and with the other foot, just, he has to hit the classic anime block, and even then just gets sent flying. It's just an explosion after explosion. Elbaph cannot catch a break. But through the smoke emerges a giant black boot with the words, hey, what business do you have with Elbaph? And Imu says, 14 years ago, somebody killed my servant, Harold, and I've come to figure out who that was. And Loki says, like hell, he was your servant. That's my father, and he was the king of this country, goddammit. Loki instantly on smoke. He says, I'm the one you're looking for. He's not ducking the fade. And Imu says, well, I see. If you hadn't been here, a lot of this could have been avoided. And Loki says, where else would I fucking be? Besides Elbaph. Like, this is my home. Don't you forget that shit, dumbass. And then just lined up for the next chapter, Loki versus Imu. It's going to be peak. We're probably going to see the hybrid form. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't think Loki stands a chance. I think this is where everybody on this island is going to be humbled, and we're going to have to be saved by either somebody comes in for a legendary stall or like an off guard on Imu, or Imu just simply has a time limit or some sort of restriction where they can't fight here for an extended period, and we just have to hold out. This right when about to get the finishing blow, right when Luffy's about to get stabbed, just something, that's how it's gonna go. We're definitely not winning this. There needs to be one more loss, I think, before the Straw Hats can progress and eventually all start completing their dreams. I can't get over enough how just crazy IMU'S design and abilities have already been. Just Oda's not holding back at all. I think this is exactly what we all wanted to see when IMU appeared in Elbaph, is a good performance. The Holy Knights have been getting absolutely shat on. Summers has just been a punching bag. Killingham got off-screened. Gunko's just been frozen for 2 chapters. Like, they haven't been looking good. The world government is... The stocks are down right now. So this was exactly what we needed. To see the king of the world, either the final villain or the second to final villain, just absolutely pop off and set the tone that this is not going to be an easy fight. Zoro and Sanji just got thrown around. Loki's probably going to end up getting thrown around. Luffy's probably going to... This is going to set the tone for the final war. But that is all I have for you guys today. I will see you in the next one next week. Peace.